Hey, Sensei Stalbitz here with Hybrid Defense, and I want to do a quick little talk about kata. Now, when we talk about kata, a lot of schools teach it. I teach it with my kids program. I don't really teach it with my adult program, though I could. And I want to talk about where it's applicable because a lot of people teach kata in a way that is less than applicable, where we don't really use it in sparring, we don't really ever hit a pad with it, we don't really use it except for we tell people in a self-defense situation, this is what you would do. And I feel like that's a failure of kata. Our katas should be done in such a way that they are immediately useful on a pad, they're immediately useful in sparring, and they are immediately useful in self-defense. Let me put it this way. If I'm teaching you to defend yourself, the best way to practice that is with sparring skills. And if I think that something is useful in sparring, I should be having you practice it on a pad because you can't hit a person full power. You should be hitting pads full power so you can practice the technique and get all your energy behind it. And if I think something is useful on a pad, I want to make sure you have good form, so we should break that down in the air first. I heard another instructor say to the air, to the pad, to the person, in that order. And I really like that concept a lot. To the air, to the pad, to the person. So kata is the techniques we do them to the air. Then we bring those techniques to the pad, and finally we bring them to a partner where we can spar, do it with some resistance, and work out some of the smaller details of the technique. A lot of times I see kata, though, as a separate portion of class, and the skills that we learn in kata don't really ever get applied to targets, to pads, or to people. And that is why I'm a huge advocate for getting rid of traditional katas. If we don't know what some of the moves do, or we're not sure what they were really used for, I think we should abandon them. It is time for contemporary katas. It's a new millennium. Let's get a new millennium's set of katas. What we should be doing as instructors, especially, or even as students, is taking the skills that we want to use in sparring, or the ones that we use the most in sparring, and finding a way that we can drill these on pads. Okay, I want to work on my jab cross. I can hit a bag with that, no problem. I want to work on this one takedown. Let me find a partner I can work with, or even a dummy that I can work with to drill this takedown. Now, what is my body doing when I don't have a bag? What is my body doing when I don't have a partner? This is our kata. And what we should be doing is taking a set of techniques that we think are useful, putting them together, and having a way to practice them in a certain order. That's a kata. Maybe a kata should be one fight where we go from striking to clinching to takedowns to escaping. Maybe a kata can be several fights where we talk about moving from striking to clinching, maybe back to striking or escaping a clinch or taking somebody down. But either way, it's time for short contemporary katas that mimic the skills that we want to build in ourselves for a fight, for a sparring match, for self-defense. Let me know your thoughts below, and I will see you guys in the next one.